Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. My name is Vimala. I want to start off by telling you how to pronounce my name actually. So it starts with V, letter V, and you add ma, which is like mom, ma, and then you add la, like a song, la 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 la. Put it
La
together
la
and
la.
you have my name, Vimala. I hope it helps. I want to start off my speech with talking about my journey. I started Toastmasters about a decade ago. I got introduced to it with one of my friends. We were talking about communication skills, and she introduced me to Toastmasters. Communication skills is very important, according to me, in our life, whether it's at home, at work, or even thinking about your thoughts, internalizing your thoughts as well. It kind of helps to really think through and be clear. So I wanted to hone on it and also add public speaking to it. And what better way can it be than Toastmasters, where you have this safe space to build your skills with your like minded people and develop on it with zero judgment zone. I wanted to talk about today's speech. Today's speech is going to be about self appreciation. This is motivated from a recent article I read on Guardian. That's a website that I follow for a few of the articles. There is a famous psychologist. Her name was Ellen Hedrick. She wrote about self appreciation. She quoted that one of the worst critics of human beings is themselves. And she also talked about social anxiety, where we get anxious socially because we are in the zone on what people would think, where you undermine yourself. You will constantly be thinking about like whether you're saying things right, whether you have something interesting to say. So I want to tie this to my own story. Just talking about how I went through self-appreciation and where I wanted to like develop my skills in self-appreciation. Growing up, I had a younger brother. I really love him to death. He's my best friend, and he's super smart, and he has like greater cognitive skills as well. I feel like growing up, he was really fast at building his skills. He would learn things. He had a fast learning curve, and maybe unconsciously, I developed undermining myself. So going taking that and going into my schooling from elementary to high school, I was always working hard, which was the positive side of undermining myself. But I feel like I kind of lost myself. I lost my self confidence growing up. I never said, "Oh, I did great." Even if I was first in the class, I would never say, "Oh, I'm the brightest." So that was one part of a self appraisal issue that I had. And then I want to take you to my adulthood. Year 2006 was happiest year for me, and at the same time it took a 360-degree turn and the worst year of my life as well. It was good because I had my daughter in 2006, end of the year, early of the year. It really started well. It was a blessing to me and my family and my husband. We were really happy, but by end of it, it really took a 360-degree turn. I lost my mom, and it was like very I think I almost went into depression because of that. She was young, she was 45 years old, and I didn't see it coming. So it was a shock, and I went into this guilt trip. I was blaming myself that I was not with her in her last days, or maybe I could have helped, got her better medical help. So many things went in, and I pretty much like it took me years to learn to live with it. I feel like even today, I feel like I didn't come out of it. I still have that guilt trip, ups and down sometimes, but I started persuading myself that I can't take care of things which are not under my control. So coming back to 2020, beginning of this year, when COVID hit, I think we all had some time on our hands. So I started thinking and just doing introspection of myself. I started thinking about self-appreciation, and I thought like I'm never going back to that year 2006 again. I don't want to be really hard on myself. It's going to be egregious to be hard on myself, so I don't want to do that again. I want to jump in, learn new things, which are going to go in without any preconceived notions. I'm going to jump in and say like I can do things. So that's why I started Toastmasters as well this year. I want to focus on self appreciation and remove those barriers of assumptions and what ifs. So, fellow Toastmasters, I want you guys to take a minute and think through when was the last time you appreciated yourself, patted your back, saying like you have done great. If you're like me, if you've never done that, I want to invite you all to join me in this journey and motivate each others in doing so. Thank you. Right. I'm done. I didn't see